So if you're going to test drive a DeLorean, what do you look for? Well, to be honest, they don't actually bang and rattle like you'd expect them to. So the suspension setup, if it's a standard car, is quite high. I've lowered mine, so it looks a lot better lowered, I think, and it handles better. So it hasn't got stock suspension on it, but I think that's a good thing. When on the actual drive itself, make sure there's no real play in the steering. And also some of the DeLoreans have strut braces on the actual front, which I think I will fit to mine because it stops this shuddering effect that if it hits an uneven surface you do get a slight shudder. It's the way these suspensions set up anyway, but I think that would reduce some of it as well. Check the engine out, 100% do your homework on the engine. Make sure it's pulling quite well and it stops, it starts from cold. So make sure it's cold when you go and see it, and also starts from when you've done a run in it, because either of those two can cause a bit of an issue, and you do need to find an expert that can set the car up if that is the problem. And also just have a good look round, just make sure it hasn't had too much damage underneath the chassis and things like that. Just double check underneath there. Like I say, most of the DeLoreans have hardly done any mileage, so mine's quite high. I think it's quite like it's done 40 odd thousand miles, which is high for a DeLorean. Most of them are around 8 to 10,000. So if they've been stored incorrectly, that's another thing to look out for. The mice love to get in there and chew the wiring looms, which is what had happened to mine on the front end, on the actual headlights and all the way around there. So they've been in there and had a good chew. And actually I did get another mouse in there from a workshop I went to, and it was on a farm. So they've got it, one of the mice have got inside, so hopefully it didn't cause any damage that I've known so far. But yeah, just check for those things. The electrics are predominantly temperamental now, they're getting old. So if you ever get the DeLorean, I'd suggest that it's got loads of multi-plugs on the back. I think there's about 6 in the engine bay. I'd pull them all off, give them a good clean, actually with sandpaper. Make sure you've actually got a solid connection on each and every one. There's one connector that's got 2 wires on, and that can cause issues around the car. So that one needs to be sorted. It's just literally cleaning the bullet connectors up. So make sure you get a proper tool and get in there and actually give it a good clean, not just spray it, because the spray doesn't get the corrosion over time off. You need to actually get that done and make sure you get a solid connection on all your wires, and then that's one major problem that you don't have to worry about in the future.